welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host, Genevieve, and we've got some great stories for you today, so let's get started. A few months ago, we talked about the company Cooler Screens and how they were aiming to bring smart screens to grocery stores and gas stations across the country. And on a pretty decent scale, it's finally happening. Kroger is bringing these digital smart screens to 500 locations across the US after a 3-year pilot of the product. There are many benefits to these screens, such as more insights, measurement, and activation. Basically, customers are going to get to interact with the products more, and stores will have more of an opportunity for retail promotion. In addition to just cooler doors, there will also be other types of surfaces like walls, end caps, and windows, or even at checkout lanes and banner aisles. Kroger is hoping that customers will be able to make better purchasing decisions based on their preferences, diets, health needs, budgets, and lifestyles. And obviously, the retail promotion and data are incredibly valuable to the Cooler Screens partner as well. So yes, there are many good things about this, but we do have a feeling that some people are not going to react as well. The advertisements span from one to multiple screens at a time, which eventually can get extremely distracting. And especially if you're someone who likes to speed run grocery trips, waiting for the 2 seconds it takes to register your movement may not be the ideal situation. We still have many questions about how some of these features will work and how much engagement they will garner, such as the Pay Now feature and the health facts. But just know if you're lucky enough to see these implemented in real life, you may be experiencing some shopping bottlenecks soon. Next up today, Instagram has added search ad placement into its marketing API, which is honestly a huge addition to the breadth of advertising on the platform. These types of ads enable brands to display specific promotions based on certain keywords used in the search bar, which if targeting is done right, can allow you to reach an even more targeted segment of people outside of the general target market you already have for the rest of your ads on the Meta platforms. It seems to us as though Instagram is trying to tap into the new trend of using social media as more of a search engine. Remind you of any app in particular? While also making the trend work more for the advertisers on their platform. A very smart play, shockingly. In addition to the feature itself, advertisers and brands can now use platforms like Hootsuite or Sprout Social to provide full ad creation and analysis capacity, which is going to make everyone's lives so much easier. Just remember, if you plan to use Instagram search ads, just make sure that your ad really matches the target that you're going after, or you may have some rather annoyed almost customers. Third up today, and the most absurd headline we saw this week, Smoothie King has created a paperback romance novel with the help of ChatGPT. And it's about a watermelon smoothie. Specifically, the extreme watermelon smoothie. A Summer Fling to the Extreme outlines a story about a woman named Millie and a mysterious traveler named Walter Malone. Come on, you really can't make this up. The 250-page book has hidden codes throughout, and the first 300 consumers who solve the puzzle will receive a free smoothie. Seems like a lot of work for a free smoothie, but to each their own. This whole idea is incredibly clever, and honestly, we hope it didn't take that much work, because trusting ChatGPT with something like this is hilarious in and of itself. They even used what seemed to be an AI-generated image for the cover art, with mismatched finger sizes on each hand. And they used a vintage computer to write the blurbs on their website. They really committed to the theme, if you couldn't tell. One of the most interesting things about this promotion is the fact that Smoothie King has pledged to delete all of the data they receive from people submitting the forms, meaning that this is 100% an awareness play, which seems silly to me considering how many people would probably be willing to give away their data for such a special cause like this. So if you want to get your hands on a free smoothie, I suggest you fill out the form soon before Reddit fiends solve the puzzle in all of 12 hours. Finally today, the National Fluid Milk Processor Promotion Program, otherwise known as MilkPEP, has released an ad with actress Aubrey Plaza that acts as a parody of plant-based milks. The Wood Milk campaign has gained some animosity towards it after the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine filed a complaint saying that the campaign violated laws forbidding negative product depictions and prohibiting advertising to influence policy. In our opinion, this is a hilarious and well-done ad, even though I am exclusively a plant-based milk drinker. And they even add a disclaimer at the end of the spot to explain that wood milk isn't real. Was this an aggressive jab at plant-based milk for being not real milk? Yes. But while going down the rabbit hole of searching for more information about the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, we found out that one of the main causes they support is fighting against animal cruelty. So it makes a bit more sense why they're filing this complaint. Although this is a great ad, it is definitely coming years and years too late. For context, Starbucks started providing soy milk in 1997 and added almond milk and oat milk to the roster within the last 10 years. Yet it really took MilkPEP that long to get around to actually creating an engaging ad. We'll see if this case gets thrown out or not, but in the past, USDA checkoff programs like this one have been punished for ads like this, especially considering that the timing of this ad may have been targeted to influence FDA draft guidance around plant-based milks. Regardless, we think that this is a cleverly cheeky ad that definitely warrants some attention from the advertising industry. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. But this seems like a lot of work for free Smoothie. No. For context, no.